Hey, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's team call, Monday Motivation. And I've got a few great special guests for you tonight. And we are just going to talk about going silver and some great tips on social media and some awesome, just great stuff for you guys tonight. So I really wanted to talk about going silver. We have tons of excitement on the team right now, which is amazing. We have lots of new people being added. And so I just kind of wanted to do a call about the basics and talk to you about the importance of going silver and how easy it can be, and how that can be just a great avenue for you to either get your products covered or start your business if you would like to advance your business. It's kind of like the cornerstone of what we do. And so going silver is just adding 3 ambassadors to your team that are qualified. And there's a lot of ways to do that. And so depending on what you're looking for, right now, of course, because you can only get the new Slim with a welcome pack, a lot of people are joining for that reason. But for someone who just wants to get their products covered, it's great to create a list of people that you feel could benefit from the benefits of the products, or possibly make some extra income if they're interested in that. But just for someone who would like to get their products covered, a great way to do this to get to silver is just to reach out and say, hey, I've started these products. This is how I feel. This is how the person who introduced me, what their story is, use their testimonial, because in the beginning, we're not always going to have a big testimonial, and some people are hesitant to share before that. But just remember, it's fun to do this with an accountability partner or 2 or 3. And so getting started that simple, it could just be like, hey, I started this journey and I would love to have a couple people do it with me so I don't have to do it alone. That is awesome thing to do in life with everything. Eating better or working out, I've been off the workout train for a long time, and so I needed to get back on it. And so I reached out to my nephew and I'm like, join the gym with me so I have someone to work out with, because I just didn't want to do it by myself. And so sharing the products with 2 or 3 friends and having those accountability partners and people to do it with is a really simple way to get yourself to silver. If you are looking to take the business a little bit further, you can look into people that could enjoy the benefits of making a little extra money. There's a lot of people out there. And so oftentimes we don't even realize the struggle that people are going through, but there's so many people that could benefit from just a few extra $100 a month, or maybe they hate their jobs. Or maybe they don't want to bring a calculator to the grocery store with them and just calculate how much their groceries are to make sure that they don't get denied at the cash register. I know there's lots of us who can relate with that. As a kid, I grew up super poor, and so that's always like a fear. It's, even though I know I have money to cover my groceries when I get to the cash out, it's always that, like, in the back of your mind, that little stress, like, oh, you want your card to go through, because when I was a kid, of course, we struggled. And so it was counting pennies and nickels and dimes to make sure that we could make it through the cash register or get that food. And there's lots of people, lots of single moms and people all over that are struggling for all different types of things. I mean, maybe it's not as simple as a grocery bill. It could be something else, like, they need a car, but they don't have the funds to do that extra car payment, or they want to save for their kids' college, or maybe they don't have the extra money to take a vacation and they would love to have that. So there's all kinds of reasons why people do the business. And so just reaching out with simple ideas like that can help you attract someone that could be interested in making extra money. Like a simple post about, I was talking to another girl on the team, Mindy, she's on the call, and I said, how about how many people have tons of student loan debt? Because that's one of her goals, is to pay off her student loans. And I'm like, there's lots of people that went to college that want to pay their student loans off. That's an extra burden. And so a simple post like that could attract someone to your business and help you get to silver. Jamie is going to talk to us later about you know, just your daily activities, but remembering to post each day and make those posts authentic and exciting. A lot of people really want to hear from you. So even if it's your first day, second day, third day, trying the drink, it's great just to almost like journal your experience. So like, hey, this is day 2 on the pink drink, and yesterday I felt this way, or I have tons of energy, or maybe you sprang out of bed that day, or you slept really great last night, or maybe you maybe you're having some die off, and so maybe you're talking about that, like, oh, I'm excited to be cleaning out my system and getting things back to in order and reset, and, you know, getting myself on a healthy track, or what, you know, things like that. Rachel is going to talk to us about social media in a few minutes, but going silver is a great way to kick your business off and duplicate yourself and your business as far as like building your business even. So if you want to be a jewel, or, you know, maybe a gem, or even a senior gold, the first step in that is to get to silver. And so getting to silver, and then once you're to silver, you can help your new people get to silver, and then all you have to do is go silver again. And so today I did a big shout out on the team page of all the people that have already gone silver this month, and many of them have been in the business for a long time, but they've gone out and signed 3 new people. So they have their current level 1s that they've helped train and teach how to go find 3 level 1s. And then they went out and reduplicated that process by going silver again. So it's a great, easy way. Like, we all know 3 people that could be healthier or have better finances. And so that crux of our business is just a great way, a refresher for all of us to know, like, okay, I'm just going to go find 3 people to help this month. 3 people to help get healthier, or, you know, earn that extra paycheck. So that's kind of the basics of going silver, and why it's important for us in that duplication. And so I'm going to have Rachel come on. And even though she's had a rough day today, she's still going to sacrifice her time and tell us some awesome social media tips. I tell her that she's got like the unicorn social media guru, you know, ins and outs. So she's going to tell us about Facebook.
Thank you, Erin. So typically I am a very fly by the seat of my pants, just roll with the punches and come up with stuff on the fly. But because today has been such a trying day and not even my hair wants to cooperate, I literally wrote out an outline for this because my head is so all over the place that I thought I would miss a lot of things. So I apologize if I'm looking down a lot at my notes, but I really don't want to miss anything. So Facebook is an excellent resource to build your business. There are jewels who have built their entire business on Facebook because they do it in a manner in which it's effective and it's efficient, and they attract their tribe, essentially. So you want to leverage Facebook in a way that you are essentially building your brand. You are creating a business and a brand that will attract the right type of person to your business. If you leverage Facebook in the wrong way, you're going to attract the wrong type of people to your business. Depending upon how you leverage Facebook, you could potentially deter people from joining your business. People that would be amazing at this, but what they receive from you on the other end of that screen is not something they feel they want to be a part of. So you want to make sure that you're not misrepresenting this company or this opportunity by what you post on Facebook, because you are representing Plexus Worldwide, and you are creating a reputation of what Plexus Worldwide stands for based on what you stand for. So you need to remember that you represent the Plexus brand, but you also want to create your own brand and your unique personality on Facebook that attracts your tribe and is going to be your business. All right, so this is just cold hard truth. Facebook is not your personal diary. You do not air your dirty laundry on Facebook. You don't post your drama on Facebook. There are 100 times a day when and then I'm like, delete, 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 delete. Can't post that, Rachel. Everybody has those moments. You want to talk about the person who cut you off in traffic, or the person who has 12 kids in front of you that you're being judgmental about, but you have no idea what their real life experiences are. We all have those moments because we have bad days and our perceptions are based on our limited view. Don't post it on Facebook. So what you want to do, another thing you guys really need to avoid is anything that is a hot topic of heated debate. So like political stuff. I don't know if you've noticed, but during the elections, people were losing friends left and right. And it's silly, but it's true. Stay away from those topics that are going to cause people to form an opinion of you based on one small thing that really doesn't represent you as a whole, but it's what they're going to get hung up on. So you want to be positive on Facebook. You want to stick to, so I'll just talk about myself. For my own personal brand, this is what I do. In the mornings, I will post something that is from something I read. So it's usually a devotional or a scripture or something like that, because my day starts with Jesus. So that's what I start Facebook with. Then the next part of my day is my workout. So I will post about my workout on Facebook. Then as the day progresses, I will do a Plexus post, and then I'll do another personal post, typically about my dogs, because I don't have kids. And y'all should be thankful for that, because if you knew how much I post about my dogs, you would be like, God, girl, nobody cares about your kids this much. Just wait for it. It'll happen one day. All right. So your goal with Facebook is 80% personal and 20% Plexus. Now, I understand that we are all super psyched about the new pink drink. I posted 5 times in one day, and I'm not sad about it, and I'm not apologizing. It's exciting, but on a daily basis, at most a 50-50. If you do 2 Plexus posts, make sure you got 2 personal posts in there. Around convention time, listen, my whole Facebook is going to be nothing but Plexus. If you don't like it, don't follow me. But that's going to be my life for those 4 days, and that's okay. If you are in a season where something exciting is happening in your business, like the new pink drink, that's expected. But typically stick to the 80-20 rule. Okay, this one drives me insane. Do not share other people's posts. You want to copy and paste them whenever possible. Now, I understand there are times when people like the McCalls will ask a question, and it's like, if you've tried the new pink drink, how much weight have you lost? And they will have hundreds of comments on there of people sharing their experiences. Of course, you're going to want to share that, right? Because you're not going to get hundreds of comments on your post. So in a situation like that, it's more understandable. But just a regular Plexus post, if at all possible, always copy and paste it. Make sure that you read the post all the way through. If there's personalization that you can do to it, always customize it to your life. Make it specific to you. Now, this is a twofold thing. One, your friends only want to hear about you. They don't really care about what Sally did. So they want to know how things impact you. But from a Facebook perspective, if the same post gets copied or it gets posted multiple times, it gets flagged as spam. So if you see a post that you really like, maybe it's an X Factor post and it's strictly informational, there's no way for you to really customize it. Just change up the emojis. If someone does a lot of ... delete some of the dots. Just make it so that it seems original material to you and it's not something that's getting pasted by numerous people. Original posts will get viewed much more by your audience than something Facebook flags as spam or junk. So make every post unique to you, even if it's just emojis, you guys. Add character to your post so they're original. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in that something to know that I just recently learned about Facebook. There is a laundry list of words that Facebook flags as spam. And these are just a few of them. But discount, promotion, free, comment, buy, those are just a few of them. If your post contains that, it gets flagged by Facebook as spam, and it significantly reduces the number of people that are going to see your post. Now, if you want to get the entire list of those words, you can just search in the team page, #FacebookFact, and my post on Facebook will come up, and there's one that contains all of those words. Like, it's like 50 words. So you want to be mindful of that when you're doing your post. Something that is a call to action gets flagged as spam. And by call to action, I mean where it says, like my post for this, comment on my post for this, share my post for this. Those things, Facebook sees it as spam. So just be mindful of things like that. I think I might be over my 15 minutes, Erin, I'm hurrying. So another thing about original post, if the same graphic gets posted multiple times, it'll get flagged as spam. Too many times, you'll end up in Facebook jail. So a lot of us have experienced this when we save a picture, let's say from corporate. Everyone who saves that picture has the same digital footprint because we're all saving it from the same location. So if you're going to use a graphic, I would open it up in a photo editor app, even if you don't do anything to it, and save it. You're saving a new picture, and it'll have a new digital footprint. So when you post it, you're the only person who has that graphic with that digital footprint. So it doesn't come up as spam. Another thing that is good for getting engagement on your post or having more people see them, the shorter the post, the better. Now, I understand that sometimes it's hard to make short posts because you are hearing from the girl who writes novels. Like, it just comes like easy breezy for me. I could write a 5-page paper in probably 20 minutes. So 250 characters or less is proven to get significantly more engagement and visibility than longer posts. So something else to keep in mind, short and sweet always wins. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is hopefully you know about Facebook algorithms and how that impacts who sees your post. Well, the more people engage on your post, the more of your posts they're going to see. The more that they use reactions, such as the love or the laugh or the sad or the angry, those will get even more attention. Like, so if I love Jamie's post, I'm going to see more of Jamie's posts. So the trick thing, so a lot of people are like, love this post if you blah, 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 trying to get that engagement on the reactions, but then it's a call to action. So it's like, it didn't work, but we tried. But Facebook is a little smarter than us sometimes. So you want to create posts that cause engagement. And these will help you to drive up activity to your page so people see more of your posts. One really good one is, and I do this all the time, but y'all, it's a lie. I ask people what they're having for dinner or what their favorite chicken recipe is or their favorite salmon recipe. I'm not cooking. I don't plan on cooking, but I just want them to comment on my post so that I get more activity on my page. I just went to Chipotle, or, like, come on, I'm not cooking any meals, y'all. But it's driving up activities to my page, so I do it. Another one that I do all the time, and this one is legit, is what's your favorite show to binge watch on Netflix? People love to talk about their TV shows. You will get 100 comments in like 20 minutes on a Netflix question. Tells you a lot about our society, but I mean, I'm not judging because, I'm there all day long. Another one is there's those graphics that's like, what's your dream kitchen or your dream bathroom, A, B, C, or D? People love those. So any of those graphics where it's like, which one could you live without or which one could you not live without? There's a whole slew of those in the team page as well in my file that you can go through and leverage. I would try to do at least one a week. I would stick to more questions than the graphics, but those are great ways to gain engagement on your page so that when you post about Plexus, more people are going to see it. And that's ultimately the goal. So I'm sorry, Erin, I think I went a little longer than I said I would.
Hey, you're fine, girl. I'm learning some stuff on this call, so that's good. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, what did you say? There was one of the things that you said, oh, like and share this post to win something or whatever. The last time I did that, I was like, man, I didn't hardly get any shares, or I didn't get much engagement, which I was totally surprised about, but they must have changed it since the last time I did that, which was a while ago. So that makes sense now. I'm like, I didn't even know that.
What you have to think about is that Facebook hates that people use their personal page to sell things. So anytime there's something trending that you see a lot of network marketing people do, they're going to find a way to stop that from being effective. So being original and being creative is your best friend on Facebook. And that's why creating a brand is great, because if you stick to what really works for you, what you're genuine and passionate about, people are going to latch onto that, because I'm telling you, nothing creates more credibility than consistency. And if people see that you are constant in things, you have more credibility with them. So build your brand and stick to it. Even if you think it's not working for you, I guarantee you people are watching and they know what you stand for, and you're going to attract the right people based on that.
Yeah, very good information. Thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your hurricane in your house to help us out.
Hey, no problem.
All right. Okay, next up, we are going to have the awesome Amanda Dickerson, and she is going to talk to us tonight about how she fast started to gold. So if there's some new people on here, or you have signed some new people this month, this will be great information for you to share.
Rachel, you rocked my socks with all of that. Mine might not be as exciting as yours. No, Fast Start Gold is amazing. It's one of my favorite topics. When I joined Plexus, I'll just give you a tiny, quick backstory. When I joined Plexus, I didn't have the income to start. We were struggling financially, and I couldn't join with a welcome pack. So I actually cashed in change to start my business, and my goal was to earn enough money to get my products, because I needed the products. I joined for the business, but I needed the products even more than I needed the business. I just didn't know that yet. And right away, obviously, Erin's my mentor, and she mentioned Fast Start Gold. She had mentioned that I would get a double bonus. And so, you guys, I was like, holy moly, a $700 bonus. That would pay my mortgage payment. I'm doing that. And Fast Start Gold is putting 20 people on your team in 30 days. And I think a lot of people see that and they think, I can't do that, because they think they have to sign 20 people themselves. And that is not how it works. So some of my number one tips on Fast Start Gold, I did do it in 18 days, and I was able to buy the double welcome, or the $199 welcome pack, which was life-changing for me, but that's a whole nother story. The number one thing that I can tell you is to have an all-in mindset right away. So have your mind made up. I'm doing this. I'm fast starting gold. and then just have tunnel vision. And you are not going to fast start gold by posting Plexus graphics on Facebook. I'm guilty. I did do some because I was super excited, but I picked up the phone. And I called everybody I was close to. I called my mom, my sister-in-laws, my cousins. I didn't know about the products, you guys. I didn't even know how we got paid. I didn't know what the pink drink tasted like. I just picked up the phone and said, I found one of those awesome companies, and it's at ground floor, and it's only $34.95 to join me, and I want you to do this with me. They didn't know what we sold. They didn't know if they'd like the products, but they trusted me. And they're like, heck yeah, girl, I'm in. So they signed up with welcome packs, and then we turned around and had them do the same thing with their friends. So we just played off from that excitement and momentum from the beginning. So we were picking up the phone, number one. Number two, use three-way chats. I just told you guys, I didn't know what the pink drink tasted like. It could have been like strawberry milk for all I knew. I just knew it was a packet you shake in a bottle of water, and it was helping people with a bazillion health issues. And I was going to get healthy on the products and go to the top of the company, right? So I would get people engaged. I would say, hey, I want you to join this with me. This is what I know, but I'm new. And I would get them in a three-way chat with Erin. Erin would do her magic because she was a Ruby ambassador. So she had all that knowledge under her belt, and she shared with them. And my friends trusted Erin because I trusted Erin. And I brought her to them. It wasn't uncomfortable. It was just, hey, I'm new, so I'm going to have you chat with my friend who has been successful with the products and the business. And we'd set up a time, and we'd just do that. Nobody was hesitant about getting in a three-way chat. Nobody was nervous. You know, they were talking to a friend that I trusted. Number three, no excuses. So I had said that in the beginning, but I mean no excuses, all in. Like, okay, I'm going to put 20 people on my team in 30 days. So the dishes might not get done. The laundry, I'm going to need help with the laundry. It was a conversation that I had with my husband. He knew what I wanted to do. He supported me. He believed we could do it. And so he helped me do that by doing things that I was not going to be able to do, if that makes sense. So we had an agreement as a family that we were going all in with this business, and that's how we were going to do that. Staying consistent on Facebook. So I didn't have a testimony. I didn't, like I said, didn't try the products. So I shared stories of other people by copying and pasting, like Rachel had said, but I found stories from people who had awesome testimonies on the products and the business, and I shared that with my audience. I found things that I knew my target audience would be interested in. So I knew a lot of factory workers because that was what my past was. I had worked in a factory for 12 years. I knew a lot of stay-at-home moms. I knew a lot of people who needed help financially. So I found stories of other people and shared those stories with my friends before I had my own testimony. And then I genuinely shared my journey. So I just shared my excitement. I shared what I hoped would happen with Plexus. People don't need these extravagant, over-the-top stories. They saw that I was genuinely excited and passionate about something. They wanted to naturally to be a part of whatever it was. It piqued their curiosity. Plexus wasn't known here. Nobody had ever heard of it. And so they wanted to know what the heck this Plexus was. They'd send me a message or they would comment, what's Plexus? And bam, I would get them in a three-way chat with Erin. And Erin would do the talking while I did my training. So Erin didn't chat with my friends and I went off and did dishes or took a shower. I stayed engaged in the chat and let Erin talk my prospects or friends through everything while I listened and learned. And then later I was able to duplicate that with my team as it was exploding. So I think we did the math and we had I think I had over 30 people on my team before I got my welcome pack, but I got my welcome pack with my first paycheck. And you guys, that very first paycheck was over $2,000. I didn't know what to do with that kind of money. So I want you all to know that it is possible. And whether you are brand new or not, you can make that decision at any time in your journey that you're going to do that. Obviously, you're not going to get the double bonus, if you're already a gold or if you've been with the company for a year or whatever. But you can make that decision to draw that line in the sand and go all in with this business, because I'm telling you, if you even attempt to fast start gold at any point in your business, that momentum is going to be massive. And you're going to turn around and teach your new people to fast start gold so that they can take advantage of that $700 bonus. That will be huge for you guys. And it's one of the most exciting times of my whole journey. I think Erin could probably vouch for that. It was so intense, so exciting. Just the it was fast paced. It was just awesome.
We ended up using the 3-way chats and the power of 3, like we were talking about, we ended up putting 37 people on her team in the first 30 days.
Erin remembers. See, I was just tunnel vision.
Yeah, the second month we put on 74.
Yep, I went senior gold next month.
So she did 37, then 74, and then I can't remember what.
And then I went Ruby.
But she went Ruby the third month.
Yep, my third month in Ruby. And then it took a little while because here I am now with a team of a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
And now I have to know how in the world to lead them. So that's when I got plugged into one of Erin's leadership courses, and that changed everything for me. That's where I built my strong bonds and friendships with everybody, and just was able to learn how to lead this group of people. But the point in that is just do it. Just do it, because we're all failing forward. We're all learning as we go, and that's the only way we're going to do it, is by jumping all in.
Yes. Awesome. Great stuff, Amanda. I love that story. It never gets old. So, okay. And then next we have Jamie Lynn, our little senior Ruby rock star in Wisconsin. And she is going to tell us about sticking with it and doing your daily work and just all the awesome stuff that she's great at. So,
all right, so I don't know if my voice will crack a little bit because I joined Plexus right around the time that Amanda was going for Senior Ruby. So her talking about that, like, I got all those vibes going in me. And I'll never forget driving home from, Colorado, and I went gold, and she was pushing for Senior Ruby. And you guys, it was just the most amazing things when we're doing this stuff together and pulling that energy in. So I'm going to talk a little bit about income producing activities. You're going to hear that being as IPAs, or a daily mode of operations. And when Rachel talked about going to Facebook jail, I think that is the best time to see if what you have been doing prior to jail is actually income producing. Because all of a sudden you can't post in groups and you can't be posting and doing these things. So what do? You're finally working your business and calling people. You're messaging and you're making contacts and you're getting a ton of work done because you can't get lost in all these other things that were complete distractions. So I've never been in jail yet. I'm a deputy, so that's a little scary for me, but you know what? I just want to say straight up that I think if I was put in jail, that it'd be one of those things that it even makes you even more focused on what's important with your Plexus business. So I do work full time, and I'm going to tell you, because today is a perfect example on why when I wake up in the morning, I make my contacts right away. Because you guys, I am crabby right now that I'm even drinking another pink drink to say, girl, get your hormones under control. And believe me, if I would have waited to the end of my day today to say, let's make some Plexus contacts, I'd be bringing all these vibes that are not very positive. You know, who would want to talk with me? So what I do is I make my contacts right away in the morning. So I first off completely make my contacts, talk with people, making sure I'm contacting brand new people, I'm following up with others, and I'm reaching in with my team. So by doing that, you guys, by the time I get home from work, I can actually follow up on those that answered me throughout. Also make sure that when you're making these contacts that it's actually you may not feel like you're doing much, but you're actually going to see that growth the following month as you're planting seeds for this past month. So make sure that, you know, you're making those contacts and you're sticking with it. I always tell my team, make sure you schedule that time, because like I told you, when I got home tonight, there was absolutely no way I was in any mood to be making those contacts. But guess what? I already made them this morning when I was fresh and ready, and I made time for it. What happens when people don't make the time for it is in their brain, they'll say, you know what? I'll just do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow happens, and then they're like, you know what? I'll just do it the next day. And before you guys know it, it's going to be a week, and then it's going to be a month. And then after that month, you're going to have this guilt set in. And then you're going to feel all crappy on yourself, and you're going to feel all emotional of, oh, I did nothing with my business. I screwed up. And it's just all them hurdles that, you know, you got to get through. And if you would have just made your contacts, just make it just like you pick up your kids, just like you take a shower every day, just like you do those other things, really make it a priority. I always say that having 2 kids, a husband, a full-time job, and a passion for Plexus is what motivates me. By no means is any of that is an excuse to not make those contacts, because what I'm doing today and for the past 3 years has made such a huge difference for my family that it was a short-term sacrifice. I mean, I look back now that we're already 3 years in, and it's like, wow, because I reached out to people, had Sippin' Seeds, built a team, and trained people, and just have fun with this. We're already looking at, you know, such blessings here at home. Let me see if I forgot anything. I think we're good. But really, when the ladies were talking about, you know, posting on Facebook, realize that there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you're not going to be able to see. You know, I'm saying like activities like off Facebook. So make sure you're making phone contact with people. Make sure you're getting out of your house and actually making new contacts with people and talking with people out in public. Just make it a part of you and how you do things, so you don't feel uncomfortable about that. I talk to strangers very easily all the time, and I can fit in Plexus just by listening to somebody in a checkout, but that's just because it's very natural for me and it's something that I have practiced. So if you guys just put in the effort to build the confidence and just make it about you, don't try to mirror me, because you won't do that very well, but doing yourself, you're going to feel amazing, and just fit it in on how you would do something. So many times people ask for sample posts, or how would you do this? You know, do what like Rachel really said, and make it about you. Make it come from how you would talk. You don't talk how I would talk, especially coming from Wisconsin. You know, you wouldn't talk how I would, but use the verbiage that you would, and share with your Facebook friends and your people within your circle, because they really are your friends on Facebook, and they're your circle because they like you. So don't try to be, you know, anybody but yourself, and just really give it your all and have fun with it. So I'm a big one. I'm super motivated. I always make sure my contacts are done and all these things, but I'll tell you, even on the days that I don't want to do these things, I know I have to call Amanda around 9 a.m. in the morning, and if I didn't have that stuff done, I know I'm going to get in trouble. So find that accountability person. Keep that person who's going to keep you in check and is going to remind you to keep yourself going no matter what you're going through. You know, we have our conversations on the phone. I'm like, made my contacts, did this. This is what I'm planning with my team. I had it later before this call earlier. I already told Amanda, I'm having a Zoom this week. This is my topic. This is what's happening with me. This is where I'm going. What do you think? She gives me her feedback, and we keep right on trucking. So really, you guys, find that accountability person on the days that you don't feel like doing it, that you would not let them down, and you will totally just do it, because that's just the habit that you have built. Last thing on that is the habit. Sometimes I couldn't even get out of this habit if I tried, because every day I've made it such a habit of making my contacts and sticking with this, that on Sundays I try to give myself a breather. And I'll tell you, sometimes on Sundays I get the most work done because I told myself that I had to take a break. And then once you take a break, you know, that freeing in your mind, they're like, oh no, what about this? Ooh, I think of this person. And, you know, then the energy and flows and juices get pumping again, and I even do more work. So you guys just find, you know, whatever mode of operation works for you. and how you fit it in your day. If you got to fit it in, 2, 3, 4 times throughout your day to get it all done, that is absolutely fine. I'm just one of them people, I don't know when I'm going to get home from work. So in the morning, I make sure that it's all completely done, so I don't have to worry about that stress later on. I think that's it.
Yay, thanks, girl. So just to recap, guys, a lot of what we said tonight is just about consistency, being yourself, be personable, be who you are, and that's going to be your greatest benefit. And then use your upline to help you, especially if you're new. Make sure you're doing 3-way chats or 3-way phone calls, or, we can do Zooms too, like if you have a couple potentials, and just allow us to help you grow your business in the beginning so that you don't feel frustrated or feel insecure about like not knowing the answers, or what if somebody asks me a question I don't know. Just use your uplines, use your 3-ways, stay consistent, be authentic, and I think everyone will do great. I mean, we're totally rocking and rolling right now, and it's super exciting time. We have convention next week, so if you're not going to convention, be on the lookout for some great new updates. New tools are coming. We have new products coming next week. So it's going to be a super exciting time for all of us. Summer is going to be amazing from what I've heard. They're going to continue to roll things out through the summer. So that's really going to be fun. June 1st is also the kickoff of our Leaders Retreat contest. So you'll be starting to earn points and credits towards a special fun trip. So if you're new with us, they will announce the location at convention, and then you can earn credits to win that trip, which is super fun. Leaders Retreat's probably one of my favorite trips that Plexus does. Of course, Hawaii is amazing too, but Leaders Retreat is so fun because everyone gets a chance to earn it and go, and they just treat us so well. So if you're around for that, make sure that you pay attention to hear the updates on that. And then the last thing I really want to say is just keep Hillary Thompson in your prayers tonight. She is in the hospital delivering early, and also let's say some prayers for Rachel that all of her stuff comes through with her house, and she can get that figured out. So I hope you guys all have a great night. Thank you so much for coming on the call, and hopefully you took away some great nuggets. So have a great night, guys.
Night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.